Hey guys, this is Yo. Today I wanted to talk about Survival Hunter's primary cooldown for Season 2 of Dragonflight, and that is Coordinated Assault. CA, or Coordinated Assault, is probably the most confusing and unintuitive cooldown to use in the game right now. So if you are just starting out and learning Survival Hunter, this video is going to be a big help for you to maximize the amount of damage that you can do with our cooldown. So starting off, what is Coordinated Assault? What does it do? It's got a 40-yard range. It's got a 2-minute cooldown, so it takes 2 minutes before you can use it every time you use it. And you and your pet charge your enemy, striking them for a relatively small amount of damage initially. You and your pet's bond is then strengthened for 20 seconds. So it gives you a 20-second buff, causing your pet's basic attack to empower your next spell cast. Your pet basic attacks is not their melee swings. It is one of 3 abilities depending on what pet you're using: Smack, Bite, or Claw. Those are normally just autocast, and they all do the same thing. They take a little bit of your pet's focus and do a little bit of damage. So when your pet casts Smack, Bite, or Claw, you get a buff empowering your next spell cast of either your Wildfire Bomb or your Kill Shot. That's what it does by itself. However, we also have some extra talent nodes that amp it a little bit further, giving it some extra effects. So first off, Coordinated Kill. While CA is active, the cooldown of your bombs is reduced by 50%. Bombs generate 10 focus when thrown, and Kill Shot's cooldown is reduced by 50% as well, bringing it from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. And Kill Shot can be used against any target, regardless of their health. So normally Kill Shot, you need to be at less than 20% health for you to use it against something. But this means you can use it on any target, whether or not they're 100% health, 50% health, or whatever. We also have a choice node between Birds of Prey, where Kill Shot strikes up to 3 additional targets when CA is active. So it goes from 1 target Kill Shot to 4 target Kill Shot. You can choose that, or you can choose Bombardier, where Wildfire Bomb's cooldown is reset at the start and at the end of CA. So if you have 0 charges of bomb when you start your CA, you will gain 2 charges of your bombs. And then after 20 seconds pass, when CA is falling off, you will go from 1 or 0 charges of bomb to 2 charges of bombs. So it's essentially giving you 4 extra free bombs. So that's what it does by itself. For context, the game calls 2 different things Coordinated Assault. If you look at your buffs, these 2 icons will show. And this is called Coordinated Assault. This is the 20-second long buff on the left. This is also called Coordinated Assault, and this is our empowerment buff. So this is what the game gives you when you are empowered, when your next ability will be empowered. It's a 3-second long buff. So the first decision we need to make is, do you want to empower your Kill Shot or do you want to empower your bomb? Well, let's take a look at the damage of what our bomb and of our Kill Shot. These are just snapshots that I grabbed from my game for the amount of damage that Kill Shot does and bomb does. So Kill Shot will do, let's say, 82,000 damage. Bomb will do 19,000 damage, rounding up a little bit. It's important to know that the empowerment only affects the initial explosion damage of your bomb. So it's not affecting the dot. It's only affecting that initial explosion damage, that 19,000 damage. So doing a little bit of math, we've got a 50% bleed. So 82,000 times 50%. Times 1.1, because you're going to be playing with at least 1 serrated shot talent, where your bleeds and your dots are increased by 10%. If you have 2 points of it, that's going to be 20%. So empowering a Kill Shot on single target will give you 45,000 damage for that empowerment. If you're on single target and you empower your bomb, say 19,000 times 20% increased damage, that empowerment is going to be giving you 3,800 damage. Slightly more if you've got your shredded armor buff from your 2-piece, or from your, I think, 4-piece for Season 2. Our tier set, essentially. But that's going to be maybe 5,000 or 6,000 damage. So 45,000 damage is a lot more than this 4,000, 5,000 extra damage that you're getting from empowering your bomb. So that means on a single target, it is much more valuable to empower kill shots over shrapnel bombs. You always want to be empowering your kill shots. You don't necessarily want to be empowering your bombs. It doesn't matter that much. What about on AoE? Well, if you're playing with Birds of Prey, which you should be in Mythic Plus, if you're running the cooldown build, the CA build, then you're going to be hitting 4 targets with your kill shot. So that empowerment is going to be a quick, easy 45,000 times 4, about 180,000 damage for empowering your kill shot on AoE. How many targets do you need to hit with a bomb for your bomb to overtake that 180,000 damage? Because kill shot can only hit 4 things, bomb can hit as many things as you'd like, as many things as you're fighting. Well, if you divide that 180,000 damage by your 3,800 damage from empowering your bomb, you need to be hitting at least 48 targets for this to do more damage by itself. However, it's actually doesn't work that way because the game has a soft cap on the number of targets that we're hitting with our bomb. So if you hit above, I think 20 targets, then it just reduces the total amount of damage you're doing. So you're actually never going to be overtaking the amount of damage that you can do with empowering a bomb over empowering a kill shot. So first decision made, always empower your kill shots over your bombs. If you can empower one or the other, you always want to be empowering your kill shot. You don't necessarily need to be empowering your bomb. It won't make that much of a difference. The damage difference is just that vast. So what are the other abilities that we're going to be using in Coordinated Assault? Let me remove these layers. We've got your kill command. This is going to be giving a shredded armor debuff onto a single target, which increases the damage of your bombs by 40%. You've got Death Chakram, which is just a 10% damage amp. You can throw that during your CA. If you're just starting out, I'd recommend throwing it before your CA because it's a bit finicky to get the timings down. You've got Butchery. If you're running your Mythic Plus Birds of Prey build, this is going to be giving you just more charges of bombs. The cooldown reduction is very, very big. You'll be getting a lot of bombs from casting Butchery. Or if you're using Bombardier, then you're going to be using Mongoose Bite instead of Butchery. You won't be talented into Butchery, so this is going to be your filler spell where you're casting focus and getting cooldown reduction on your bombs. So this brings us to our initial priority list. What do we want to be doing during Coordinated Assault? Number 1, and this is the biggest thing for Coordinated Assault, getting 4 empowered kill shots. You'll know if it's empowered because there's a little extra steel trap sound that plays when you empower a kill shot, as opposed to just the normal kill shot sound. And you need to cast 4. You can't cast more, and you can cast less, but if you're casting 3 or less, then you're wasting damage. So 4 empowered kill shots. Next off, regardless of your focus, you want to be casting Kill Command to be maintaining a shredded armor debuff on your target. It's an 8-second debuff that increases the damage of your bombs by 40%. Third priority, don't cap bombs. Capping bombs means you're sitting at 2 charges of your bomb and you're losing time, losing cooldown on those bombs because you are at your cap. You have 2 charges and you can't gain any more. So if you've got 2 charges, you want to be using that bomb on that shredded armor debuff. And then next off, your priority number 4, if you're in Mythic Plus and you're running Birds of Prey, don't cap Butchery. Use your Butchery charges to get more bombs back. If you're running Bombardier in Raid, then first off, use all your bombs before using Coordinated Assault, and use all your bombs before Coordinated Assault ends. Make sure that you're at 0 charges of bombs, so you're gaining the max value of Bombardier. Going into what the timeline for CA looks like. This is a 20-second timeline. It's going to represent our CA buff. And so you can see, you can get 4 casts of kill shot during these 20 seconds. We're going to use these icons to represent what you're casting. So you've got a period from 0 to 5 seconds, period from 5 to 10 seconds, period from 10 to 15 seconds, and a period from 15 to 20 seconds to get a kill shot cast in those time zones. These are going to be, I'm going to be using smack to represent your pet attacking. And this is going to be the duration of your coordinated assault empowerment buff. You'll notice there is a little gap here showing, which is because on average, your pet is going to be casting its basic attack every 3.3 seconds, but the empowerment buff only lasts 3 seconds. So there's a 0.3 second amount of time where your smack or your bite or your claw is on cooldown, but you are not empowered. And unfortunately, it might not exactly be looking like this. If you're in the middle of a fight and your pet has been using its basic attack before you're using CA, then the cooldown is going to be slightly disjointed. So this is going to be representing like, hey, your pet used its basic attack a little bit before it started. So now it's a little bit desynced. So you can see the 0.3 second time where you're not empowered, but your pet has not used its ability yet. You can run into an issue where you cast kill shot and lose this empowerment. So this would be an unempowered kill shot because you cast it when you didn't have the empowerment buff here, right here. So normally, if your pet is just auto casting its basic ability, that's what it's going to be like at first. We can run into some issues with that. And so I've prepared what it might look like. This example one, rotation and empowerment, what the buff would look like. So starting off here, we've got our coordinated assault cast. This is going to last 1 GCD, let's say 1.2 seconds. Your pet immediately attacks, gives you empowerment, and you use that empowerment on this kill shot. All's good. First kill shot empowered. Perfect. Let's say you throw a bomb after because you don't want to be capping your bombs. We could assume that you cast kill command before the buff started or before the CA started. Then you don't cap your butchery. Good. Your pet attacks here. You gain an empowerment, but your kill shot is still on cooldown. So you can't cast kill shot until it's off cooldown. So you throw a bomb and empower that bomb. Whatever, you gained a little bit of damage, but it's not amazing. Throw another bomb because you're still waiting on kill shot to come off cooldown, and your pet attacks, but you cast butchery instead because you didn't react to the pet attack fast enough. It's fine, whatever. You still got your empowerment. Kill shot, use the empowerment on your second kill shot. Perfect. Reapply your kill command, let's say, and then suddenly your pet attacks because it's just on autocast, and you throw a bomb and accidentally munch another empowerment on the bomb. That's still fine. We still have some time. So you continue with your rotation, throw another bomb perhaps, cast another butchery, empower your third kill command, or your third kill shot, sorry. And then you keep going. Bomb, bomb. Ooh, shoot. You accidentally munched another empowerment on a bomb. And unfortunately, because there is like a 0.2 second time where you could have reacted to not throw a bomb, that means your fourth kill shot will not be empowered. You ran out of time. So this might have been a little bit weird to look at by itself, but if you're practicing, you might understand what I'm saying, where you can't get 4 empowered kill shots in. So survival hunters, a lot of us use a macro to help with that. So this coordinated assault macro, where you cast coordinated assault and you turn off your pet autocasts for claw, bite, smack, and bloody screech, because that can sometimes delay these basic attacks. And then we manually control our pet's bite, smack, and claw right before our kill shot. So this macro makes our pet bite, smack, or claw, and then we also kill shot at the same time. And then lastly, this last macro, I just have it macroed into a mount where it turns back on the pet autocast. So we get our pet autocast on for Bloody Screech, Claw, Bite, and Smack. The reason it's in our mount is because the idea is if you forget to turn on your pet autocast, you'll eventually press your mount button at some point, just turning it on naturally. So what we're doing with this is when we're casting coordinated assault, we're turning off our auto cast for our pet attacks. We are macroing in to only use pet attacks right before a kill shot. So this is essentially saving that empowerment buff until we are ready to use kill shot. And then lastly, when coordinated assault ends, we want our pet autocasts on because we don't want to be losing damage for no reason. So we turn back on our autocast for our pet attacks. And what an example could look like for that, instead, it's a lot simpler. We are allowed to cast coordinated assault, wait that first GCD, empower our first kill shot, and then go into our bomb rotation. Bomb, butchery, bomb, kill command. And then right before, during this GCD, where we're waiting 1.2 seconds, for example, right before that GCD ends, we're pressing our kill shot button and empowering it right before we're casting kill shot. So you can see this empowerment buff lasts 0.2 seconds. We gain it, and then we immediately spend it on that kill shot. And so we can go back into our bomb, butchery, bomb, just using our using our charges of bombs and using our charges of butchery. And then bam, 5 seconds pass from this second kill shot, and we use our third kill shot. We can empower it manually and just get that empowerment used on kill shot immediately. Perfect. And bomb, butchery, kill command, getting that shredded armor. See, about 8 seconds have passed. 10 seconds have passed, actually, in my example. So maybe you would kill command before this butchery. But we're maintaining that shredded armor buff and casting bomb. We're not worried about munching our empowerment on bomb. And then we can use our last empowered kill shot at this 18-second point. So this was much cleaner, much easier, much more controlled, and you don't have to worry about the timing of your pet auto attacks because that can be kind of weird. So this would be what it would look like in a Mythic Plus AoE scenario. In single target, if you're running Bombardier, it's pretty much the same. You'd be replacing these butcheries with mongoose bites, and essentially to start off, you'd be making sure you're casting your 2 charges of bombs before it ends. Before you start CA, sorry. And then making sure you're getting all of your bomb charges used when CA is ending. So those are all my recordings. This is what it might look like if you are running a Mythic Plus Birds of Prey build. And I've got this down right here so you can see what buttons I'm pressing right above my cooldowns. We'll just give it a quick watch through, and then I'll go into some of the intricacies of what you're seeing. So when you review in the future, you can see a little bit more about what's happening. So if we reduce the speed on this playback, sorry, we're at 0.6 seconds. I'm jumping in, harpooning, using my first bomb, and then I'm casting explosive shot. I'm starting my coordinated assault there. And you can see right before it happened, this Weakauras flashed up, autocast is off. That means my pet autocast for Claw is no longer on. And I'm doing that to delay and make sure I have my pet autocast on available for when I start. In the center, this green CA looking icon, if it's green, it means that my pet my pet basic attack is available and I'm ready to use it. If it's flashing, like you'll see in a second, that means I am empowered. I've got that 3-second CA buff. And that means my next kill shot is going to be empowered. And then if it's just regular, it means that I don't have a pet auto attack or a pet basic attack available. So you can see it's coming up. My pet basic attack is available now. I'm available to start pressing it right here and get my next kill shot empowered. This is my shredded armor buff, this 8-second buff, and that means that I've got it applied on a target from my kill kill command. And you see I get my fourth empowered kill shot in right at the end. You'll also have seen flashing near the end of that, pet autocast is off. That means my coordinated assault buff has ended, and I need to press my mount button and get my autocast back on. So that's an example of what it would look like in a Mythic Plus build. Let's switch to Bombardier. So this is going to be a single target raid build, only on one target. This is what you would play if you're raiding an Avarice. So you're going in, starting with Lust and your kill command to apply that shredded armor. First charge of bomb, second charge of bomb, and then you go in and I throw Death Chakram here and to buff my kill shot. And then you can see priorities is making sure that you're using your bombs. You don't want to be capping bombs. You want to be using Mongoose Bite as your filler. And you want to be maintaining shredded armor. That's my third kill shot. And then my fourth kill shot. I can see that I've got one more bomb charge coming off, so I use that right before it ends, and now I'm back at 2 charges of bombs. Those are just 2 examples. You don't need to copy that cast by cast. That's not necessarily the best way to do it, but it is an example of what good-looking coordinated assault usages could look like. Anyways, that is just a quick, maybe not so quick overview of how you can min-max coordinated assault. There are more ways to maximize your abilities during that. Like I said earlier, if you're just starting out, I'd recommend using your extra abilities like Explosive Shot or Death Chakrams not in your coordinated assault window. Use them before. And then as you get more comfortable with making sure you're empowering your 4 kill shots, then you can start to incorporate those extra abilities into your rotation, into your CA rotation. If you have any questions, this might have been pretty long-winded. You can reach out to me in the True Shot Lounge Discord. There's a lot of very smart individuals there. I'm not the only one, but I'll be there. I'm usually monitoring that. And you can ask anybody there questions on how to use coordinated assault correctly. It's not as simple. It's not an intuitive cooldown. So it will definitely take some practice to use it effectively. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good one. I hope you guys learned something during this, even if it took 20 minutes long to do. But I hope you guys essentially just have a good one. I'll catch y'all later. Thanks.